What is happening, guys? Raymond here. Just a few quick announcements before we get started in today's video. Announcement number 1. Booze&Chill now has what is called Buy Me a Coffee. It's a site where you guys can go over and make a one-time contribution to the Booze&Chill channel by buying your boy a beer. You can also go and check out my page and become a member and check out some stuff that I will be posting there that I probably won't be posting in any other social media site. So stop by, say hello, become a member, or buy your boy, like I said, a beer. I will leave a link to that site in the description down below. Announcement number 2. Booze&Chill now has Patreon. And Patreon is a place where content creators such as myself and other kinds of artists go and put up their work and also give back to their fans. So go patreon.com and look up Booze&Chill and make a monthly contribution to help out your boy and the channel as well. I will also leave a link in the description right down below. And announcement number 3, which I've already done before, you can make a much more smaller contribution to the Booze&Chill Cash App. Now by going to these places, you will be helping support the Booze&Chill channel and helping me out run it the way that I run it. You will be helping me out with monthly costs such as editing programs, gear, beer, and all kinds of subscriptions that make this channel happen. And again, by going to these 3 links, you will be supporting the Booze&Chill channel. You will also be receiving some stuff in return. Again, anything helps. I'd like to thank you guys for continuing and watching my content and watching my stupid ass make an idiot out of myself. But that is all for now. Let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Let's get it. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Booze and Chill. In today's episode, we're going to be trying out something from the East Coast. And to my understanding, this is one of the most popular Japanese beers out there. And the name of this Japanese beer is Sapporo. Sapporo is one of the oldest Japanese beer brewing companies out there. And before we get started with the whole reviewing, guys, I would like to give a shout out to my good friend Cassandra Gonzalez. She was the one who actually brought this beer right over to me. So big ol' thank you to you, Cassandra. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and open it up and see how it looks like out of the can. Sapporo Premium Beer has an ABV of 4.9% and an IBU of 24%. The original, the icon, Sapporo Premium Beer is a refreshing lager with a crisp, refined flavor and a clean finish. The perfect beer to pair with any meal and any occasion. Brewed and made in Ibisu, Shibuya, Tokyo. Straight out of the can, guys, it looks like a typical light beer. This specific Sapporo is a lager and a very light one looking at that. Did a nice pour, got a nice finger length head going on there. Nicely carbonated, you can see the bubbles still sizzling in there. Well, that's quite enough of that, guys. Let's go ahead and see how that East Coast lager smells like, shall we? Cheers. Smells awfully close to Miller Lite. Is it Miller time already? It has that aroma of what reminds me of a Miller Lite, which is, I guess, understandable because it's got that light beer feel and smell to it now. Let's see what else we can pick up. A little hoppy. Smells like it's got a little bit of dryness to it. It smells very refreshing though. It smells a bit oaty possibly also as well. But I think that's enough of the smelling. Let's go ahead and see what the old taste buds get with that taste. Cheers, guys. Well, it's definitely giving Miller Lite a run for its money. It's got a light beer taste, but with a slight kick to it. And by what I mean by that kick, it's got more of that bitter after effect going on in the back of the throat, more than a typical light beer would. It's very, very crispy. I'm enjoying that. By the research that I've done, apparently this beer is made by grass. That's some gnarly grass that you got there in the East Coast, if I do say so myself. It's like they cut the lawn and they just take out the bag out of the lawnmower and dip it into the tank and just brew it into, I guess, this? I'm not saying that's how they do it, but I mean... But in all seriousness, this is actually tasting pretty okay. Like I mentioned, it does have like a very light beer feel and taste to it. There's not a lot of flavor going on, except maybe just for that buckwheat grass, which kind of does trip me out a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty clean, it's crisp, and it's refreshing. I feel like Sapporo is like the Bud Light or like the Miller Lite of Japan. Again, that's just what I think. Don't quote me on that. But I think that about does it for the tasting part of this review, people. Now let's go ahead and end this with, as you know, my final thoughts. Okay, my final thoughts on the Japanese light tasting Sapporo premium beer. Like I said, it's okay. I am not the biggest fan of light beers, but this one in particular, it's alright. Like I mentioned, with that weird grass buckwheat ingredient, it definitely gives it a much more rare flavor to it. So points for me for that one. Again, the smell, not a lot of going on in there. And like I said, flavor-wise, it's alright. Would I drink this again? Maybe. Now, what would I rate this Sapporo premium beer? I'd probably give it maybe like a 4.9, maybe. Once again, I'm not the biggest light beer fan, but this one, it's alright. Well guys, that pretty much ends today's video. Once again, I'd like to thank my good friend Cassandra Gonzalez for bringing me the Sapporo beer. Much appreciated. And if you enjoyed today's Japanese beer review, please go ahead and hit that like button right down below and spread this video all around, possibly even all the way to the East Coast. That'd be pretty cool. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. And remember, if you keep watching, I'm gonna keep drinking. Cheers, guys.